Let's talk about first and foremost the Nick Robertson minute. That was one of the most shocking things I've seen out of the guy. It starts with it starts with Robertson going over the blue line and then making a drop pass to John Tavares, who is outside of the blue line. And they go offside. It's like the most obvious play of all time. It's the second period. It's a 2-on-1. You've got this easy for you to be able to walk across the line, for you to be able to get into the play, let John Tavares get across, and instead he shows up, gets across late. John Tavares does as he's trailing, drops it to him. Like, what was that? In what world did that make sense for you to do? Why would that be the case? Why would that be the first thing that you think of in that moment for you to be doing? Like, you have an opportunity here on a 2-on-1. You are a skilled player who can move your legs well. You can carry the puck up the ice. You are able to shoot. You have pretty decent vision. You're going on a 2-on-1 with Tavares. Why the fuck do you need to drop the puck back across the line to John Tavares there? Like, why do you need to do that? That is just that to me shows a player who has little confidence in his game right now. It shows to me a player who is scared to carry the puck and make plays and does not trust their own abilities. Like, how is that the case? You scored all these goals in the preseason. You told us all that you were a goal scorer. You were trying to show us that. And then in these moments that you get for you to highlight this elite level of goal scoring that we've all been led to believe that you have, you're making these stupid drop passes just inside the blue line to a guy who's not there yet. I don't know if he's overthinking. I don't know if he's scared of making plays. I don't know what it is, but that was a terrible, terrible play for a guy who, for a lot of us, has been on the outside looking in for a long time here now anyways. And having that play was just, that was pathetic, honestly. And then he follows that up. The reason I called it the Robertson minute, he follows that up shortly thereafter with a cross-check that puts the Leafs down shorthanded. And you say what you want about whether it was soft or the guy went down easy or whatever. I don't care. The fact that he so blatantly cross-checked the guy was just a level of stupidity on its own, following up very immediately after the play that he had just made. I can't begin to understand the logic that went on there. The guy has not been impactful for me so far this season. He has 2 goals in 19 game or 20 something games, whatever it's been that he's played in now. Obviously missed a couple there with being healthy scratched. I don't see a spot in this lineup for him when some of these guys get back. Like, to me, he's the first guy out. It's guys like Grebenkin and Minton who deserve opportunities ahead of him. It's Connor Dewar who needs to be ahead of him here. And then when Bobby McMahon and Max Pacioretty and Max Domi are back, he's the first out for me. Like, that's the first guy on the outside because he's not looked good enough. He asked for a trade here already. I don't know if it's sending him on waivers and just calling it quits or seeing if you can get a 7th round pick back or something, but I don't know. Maybe it's an extremist that for me right now, but I'm done. Like, that's enough. That shift right there, I watched that play and I was like, I don't need to see that anymore. I don't think he's been good enough. He's basically done twice this year what we've all thought he could be able to do. I dealt with the chat for for a couple years here now being like, Nick Robertson's gonna score 40 goals in this league. Like, why would you get rid of him? Well, you get rid of him because he's not scoring 40 goals. He's not gotten to that point yet. And he's not really shown me in an NHL regular season against NHL teams that he's capable of doing that. I know we gave him flowers the other day for the goal that he scored against the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's the second goal that he scored this season. He's supposed to be a goal scorer. Rushman says we aren't putting him on waivers. He's got worth some value. What is he worth? Tell me, like, what is he worth? Seriously, if you're in the chat right now, what is Nick Robertson worth? Like, I've reached the end of the Nick Robertson trial period in Toronto here because it's like try. Well, he's supposed to score goals. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't. And if he had such amazing value, why was he not moved? Because he does nothing here. He's doing nothing here for this team right now. He asked for a trade. They poked around. They couldn't find anything. What's the value? What's the value? An emotional attachment to a kid that was drafted and we want to do well because he missed some hockey during a COVID season and we think that he could potentially turn into something because he scored a lot of points in junior. You know how many fucking kids score a lot of points in junior and don't score that much in the NHL? If you're not going to score, you have to have other tools in your bag. He just doesn't. And then it's constantly falling down on the ice. It's plays like that there with the drop pass back across the blue line and then following it up with the cross check. That just to me is like, this is the end of the line. You're a left winger who's supposed to score goals and doesn't impact the game physically or defensively, doesn't impact the game on short man situations, like it's just not doing it anywhere else, and doesn't do what we were expected to believe he was capable of doing. And then you're going to have Pacioretty, Domi, and McMahon return. Guess what? All left-handed. All can play left wing. I don't see a spot for him in the lineup when this group is healthy. Don't see it here. Doesn't make sense. I just don't get it. Like, and if you guys want to debate this and have this conversation, then call into the show because I'm willing here tonight to go toe to toe and have conversations about this. I just don't get it. On it, AK, that drop pass just got Robertson uninvited to Berube's house for Christmas dinner. Seriously. 6 1/3. Zach, it's not on Nick, though. We had many golden chances we didn't convert. I'm not saying that this is on Nick Robertson. It's not. I'm going to just point out what happened here tonight. He's not costing us, yes, but he hasn't produced. What is he doing then? What's the point of having this guy in the lineup like that if he's just not producing? Like, what is he doing? What is he doing? Like, is it just that people are scared that he's going to go somewhere else and score 25 goals? Because one time he was projected for it when he didn't play that many games? It's got, like, that game tonight was just kind of the end of it for me. It's not even that. It's the Nick Dowd goal. He comes back into the defensive zone. He heads towards the middle of the ice. He turns around. He tells Fraser Minton, come in here. You take the middle of the ice, which makes him slow to get across to the wall, which is where he's supposed to be because he is the left winger. He doesn't get to the wall in time. He misses the puck that goes up to the point. Shot goes through. It gets deflected in by Nick Dowd. Yes, Simone Benoit was out to lunch in front of the net, 100%. He's covering no one. He's just standing there. Nick Dowd is completely non-guarded off to the side of the net and tips it in past them. But just to have that play start like that with Nick Robertson coming back in the zone, getting lost, getting confused between him and Minton, telling Minton, you go here, and then not filling his own roll-up when Minton was there anyways. Like, it's things like that. And then I keep seeing, he keeps getting chances. He keeps getting opportunities. He keeps getting chances to score. And he's getting prime shots. It'll come. It'll come. When? In year 5, 6, 7? Like, Fraser Minton has as many goals as him. He's played, 6 games with the team? Nick Robertson was supposed to be this tremendous goal scorer. It's not there right now. I think it will work for the kid somewhere else, but he's not better than anyone you've got in your top 6 here right now, and it's time to get him out because he needs a change of scenery. And I honestly, I just don't get it anymore, and like, I don't understand these conversations that happen. Zach's being a baby. Zach, get it together. What is it? Seriously, what is it that is telling you that you need to have this player in your lineup? Like, why is it that you're watching this guy go in, night out, when you watch Grabenkin and you watch Minton go out there, and then you say, no, we got to hold on to Robertson because protect him, keep him in this bubble. Why? Like, I've had enough with the conversation about Nick Robertson, about how you got to protect him and we got to stop being, so hard on the guy. Denver says, I think Nick Robertson is a stud. What the fuck is making you see that? Seriously. What is making you see that? In what world is the guy a stud? Because he scored in junior hockey? Tons of guys do. He makes no impact to this lineup. He has nothing positive for these guys. He scores once every 14 games. Whoop-de-doo. 13 games. Bad math. Makes no sense. For more content just like this, including game previews, post-game live shows, Leafs Morning Take, Monday through Friday with Nick Alberga and Jay Rosehill with special guests, as well as instant reaction videos. Make sure to be subscribed here to the Leafs Nation YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, and drop a like.